Hello, here we are, Friday morning, up at the sawmill. Everything's pretty well set up. A little bit of a crew over there. It's Frick's Sawmill. I guess you can see the good old sign. We got benches out here for the people. Got a little USA carving there. Got the benches out there. Hopefully somebody wants some of those. You're visiting. I'm John and you're at Frickin' Jeep. They're gonna power the mill with this international track machine, which ought to be pretty fun. Sounds smooth, it sounds good. They're working on the building down there, gorgeous building going up. Look at that, not a cloud in the sky after all that rain. That's a good thing. Dry a little bit of mud up, but you know, it didn't get too muddy here. There's a couple puddles over there. It's just kind of a look around. The flea market's starting to fill up. People are waking up. Some don't even get here till Saturday, which is tomorrow. I just shot a whole video, forgot to turn the camera on, so this is a reshoot of what I just shot. The forgers, blacksmith guys are getting go, rows of tractors up there. We'll walk the show a little bit later. They say that thing there likes to warm up before it runs and makes good power. So we'll bring you back once we get belted up and twirl that blade. So long for now. Well, we got it belted up, just ran a carriage down. Gonna load a couple logs. They're just making 4x4 to set the other sawed lumber on with, so that's not, that's why they had the ugly logs there. Just for making junk to put the boards that cut off. That thing, that International, that thing's running pretty good. I think we're going to have a real good show because he's all right with just leaving it there. And it's just humming right along. So we'll be back in a little bit. Oh, they already got them loaded. They don't waste time around here. Back a little bit, just kind of a minute here, a minute there, I think. I think this log wins the ugly log contest. And they're going to work this old man to death. That's why I cut the turtles off these logs. All right, we'll be back. We got to do some negotiating here with this log. Can you see the low spot there that hit? You either cut them off before or you cut them off after. They gots to go. Took care of that. Now we'll get it through. Baton wood. All right, we'll bring it back a little bit. Cut a little black walnut here. That was a misfit cut. Anyhow, they're trying to get stuff out for the blacksmith. We've already got a load over for them. I don't know what the blacksmiths are going to do with them, but we got a little wood cutting up over there. Here's a little bit of black walnut for people to come in and want some. They can take it. This one here is, I don't know, that's pretty good for making signs out of. They burn the show name in them. Uh-oh, that one might be a mantelpiece. We'll be back in a bit. Looks like wormy maple. Pretty. back in a little bit. This is Oak here. Can you see the tension in that log? Can you see the tension in that log? That's coming pre-bowed, pretty bored. Uh-oh, I got another slab coming off. All right, we'll be back in a little bit. Making poplar sawdust. That's the computer set works in action over there. They're trying to get a 12-inch square, 12-inch by 12-inch for the shingle mill, but the log ain't that big. So they're just doing the best they can. Whew, the old boy's out of breath here. This should be the last cut on this. That's it on that, ain't it? That's it? get that off. That's it. We'll see you tomorrow. Well, they're going to try to get this thing running this year. It's been a while. The gentleman, real good guy, passed away during COVID, and they haven't run it, I don't think, since. So now I guess they lost the belt for it, so they're getting ready to lace the belt. So we'll go in there and see if we can catch them lacing the belt. Be back in a minute. This is a shingle maker, if you didn't know what it was. Pretty interesting machine when they're working. They just did something with the blade, cost them a lot of money. Whew. Pretty intricate. Be back in a bit. Good morning. It's Saturday morning before the show, and all you guys that kept telling me it was a skunk and I didn't think it was a skunk, you guys were right. I was wrong. And he tore up a lot last night. Now the problem is, how do you get a skunk out of the trap? Doesn't look to be a big one. No, he's pretty small. But that could be problematic. So I'm going to sit back with the camera and see if I can. We're just going to let him go. The wife and I talked about it for the last 15 minutes and figure if he's just eating grubs out of the ground, let him eat the grubs. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to throw a towel over the top of it. Cute little guy. Hello there. Yeah, he is a itty bitty one. So I guess I'll bring the camera over here. I'm gonna throw a sweatshirt on. I got a coat on now because it's kind of... He's just tearing the heck out of this lawn though. Look at all the holes, dear. There must be 100 holes tonight. Wife is standing back so she can laugh. It's kind of funny. Switch to that. Give me the towel. I guess it is a little one. I guess I'll take the camera over close so you guys can see. And he has, it might be small enough that it doesn't have odor yet. I really don't know. Trying to get the tripod set. Ain't doing too good here. We'll see what we're doing. Oh, there's Stinky. Yeah, he's a little one. I don't want to make any sudden moves. And there is no odor at all. Probably run right up on the porch. Yeah, he's got a little odor. He hadn't sprayed, but he's got a little bit of odor.
Watch out, he's backing up to you.
Got the trap all screwed up. He's still in there. There he goes. He's a little one. He does have a little bit of stink to him. He kind of likes it in there. Man, he's got that all dug up. You can't really, you can't really see. He's got that all dug up in there. I think he likes it in there. Go on, Mr. Little Skunk. Get out of there. I think the best thing to do is just let him get out on his own. This is not the way to start a show day. Rained good last night. You saw it on a video. Everything's damp out here. And there, come on, get out of there. I don't want to startle him.
He's waiting for you to leave.
You think he's waiting for me to leave? I think he's happy in there. He's found a new home. He's a little dude.
Got shelter.
He's a little dude. Pretty. Maybe we keep him as a pet. Well, I don't want to sit here and photograph a stinky skunk all day. I got a show to go to. Come on, get out of there. You know, he's got probably the same problem I got. Don't know exactly what to do. Come on, get out of there. Little varmint. I think that's the first time I've caught a skunk in a have-heart trap. Well, I thought he would get out faster than he's getting out. I think I'll put one of those other wooden blocks under the end of that trap so it can't come down. So let's see, I gotta bring this back a little bit. He's a real little dude. I think he just doesn't know what to do, kind of like me. I don't know exactly what to do either. I think he's taking a nap. Anyhow, I think this is going to wrap up the skunk thing. I'll go up to that. We're pretty close right now, and he just doesn't know what to do. Cute little devil, though. All right, we'll see you later. Well, here we are 20 minutes later, and he finally got out. And the first thing he did was started digging holes. There he goes, scampering off. Look at him digging a hole. I guess he can hear him. Keep going in the direction you're going, buddy. Digging another hole. Oh well, we'll have less Japanese beetles next year. That concludes What's Digging the Holes in the Front Yard.